Ding! The bell rang as Jungkook opened the door, revealing Y or N standing at the doorsteps with a tote bag in her hands, which looked filled with piles of paper and files. She looked drained out, but he didn't care. He just gave her a glance before she entered and said, while closing the door, "Jungkook, make yourself something if you want to eat. I am going to bed. And just don't be late tomorrow at work unless you want to work overtime." She nodded, looking at him a light and then turning around to go in her own room. Yes, they stay together in one house, but they are nothing more than some strangers. Yes, they share the same roof and had been sharing it since they were kids, but they never talk to each other. He is her boss, nothing more than that, and she is just his employee, nothing more than that. She went in her room, lying on her bed, putting the bag. She was staring at ceiling, looking at the two little fluorescent lighted stars. A little smile appeared on her face. She slowly smiled. A tear made its way down her eyes as slowly drifted off to sleep. Next morning, "Jungkook, are you coming or not? I don't have the whole day to wait for you," he shouted, sitting in his car waiting for her to come. But as soon as she came out of the house, he shouted again, "Jungkook, I swear, a minute late at the office. You're gonna pull an all-nighter all there," he said as Y or N looked puzzled. She was going with him, wasn't she? But all her questions vanished as soon as she saw him driving, leaving her behind at the doorsteps. She sighed. Things doesn't hurt her anymore. She is immune to them, or let's say she have started to believe that this is how she deserves to be treated. She believes and knows she is a killer, a criminal who killed her whole family since the day she opened her eyes in this world. She walked out with a straight face, giving absolutely no expression as she walked to the nearby bus stop. She entered the building, heading towards her desk as soon as she heard an employee calling her out. "Jun, Y or N, Mr. Jeon is looking for you. His office," he said as she sighed, heading towards his office. She slowly knocks on it. "Jungkook, come in." She entered and starting around to find him standing in front of his desk while he reated his back a little on the desk, arms around the corner to support his body. "Jungkook, where were you yesterday?" Y or N, "Sorry, Jungkook, where were you yesterday? What word of this you didn't understand?" he shouted. Y or N, "Here at our office building, Jungkook, and after that?" Y or N, "I went home, Jungkook. Before that?" Y or N, "I met a friend, but why is this so important for you to know?" Jungkook, "Which friend?" Y or N, "One from my university, but why do this interest you?" Jungkook scoffed, grabbing a file behind him and throwing it next to her on the floor as she flinched. "Jungkook, do you know what it is?" Y or N, "Why, yay, the portfolio for our upcoming models shoot. We made it last week, Jungkook. It was ours. And guess what now? It's the portfolio for the Jinsungs," he stated, scoffing as she didn't know how to react. Y or N, "B but H how?" Jungkook, "Oh really, look how she is playing dumb." Y or N, "W what?" Jungkook, "You gave it to their employee, your so-called university friend, huh, Jessie?" Y or N, "And no. Why will I do something like that?" Jungkook, "Money." She was shocked hearing those accusations. It was breaking her heart. As his voice pierced through her soul, she felt real pain in her heart, as if someone was poking it with needle. She wanted to grab on her chest to relieve the pain, but couldn't. She was trying her best not to cry. Y or N, "I didn't do it." Jungkook, "Oh yeah, you did. What else do you expect from a criminal, huh? W, it's just cause of my dad that I am letting you stay at my home and work at my office." She nodded, shaking. As she was grabbing on her arm with other hand tightly, she went out walking towards her desk. She didn't know if what he did and said to her was wrong or right. She never knew what love was. No one ever gave her the love she deserved, and now she believes that. Maybe this is how everything works, maybe this is what she is worthy of. She can't remember anything except some moments with her dad before he passed away when she was 5. She doesn't know what to call those moments. They were healing to her back then, but now it was breaking her apart, how it was making it hard to distinguish between the two feelings. She is trying to figure out the difference in. She never explained anyone how she felt, maybe because she didn't have anyone to tell, or maybe because she didn't know how to explain it. Yes, maybe she was useless as a white crayon? She was working for what? Why? Whom? She just don't know she was just breathing her life cause she never knew what living a life meant. A criminal? Yes, she is the one, she is the monster who ate her mom once she came in the universe and even killed her dad. How? She didn't know but believed it when everyone told her how she ended up. Everyone she loved. Maybe if she didn't had forced her dad to hurry back home at Christmas cause she wanted to celebrate, he would have been alive with her. She was writing something on the paper as tear dropped. She wiped it off like she did always, but little did she knew that wiping them don't help with the pain. She kept on working until it was 2 at night. Noon was there around her. It was silent everywhere until she heard a door opening and someone walked towards her desk. She looked up slightly. It was him, Jungkook. It was strange. He will never be in the building this late until or unless it was the year end. Jungkook, how much are you left with? Y or N? You just the makeup and accessories. I have looked for the concept and everything. I'll be done till tomorrow. Jungkook, do the rest tomorrow. Y or N was confused. Couldn't figure out which side or which emotion was he trying to portray. Was it worry, or lack of trust, or care, or just fear of his dad? Y or N? I can do it. R. I'll just stay here tonight. Jungkook, I said so it tomorrow. I don't think it's too hard to understand. Y or N? B. Jungkook, just take you stuff. Meet me at the parking. He said as he left holding on his coat around his arm walking towards the elevator. Y or N was confused as she didn't know why to feel R. She grabbed her and phone walking towards his car. She opened the door sitting at the passenger seat. Jungkook, I heard it from IT department. Some of the data had been missing due to some problems they are facing and they suspect Jinsung's cop for it. Maybe they stole the portfolio too. It wasn't you. Y or N looked at him being a little shocked. Is he apologizing? No, he didn't said a sorry. Jungkook, you can work on the portfolio till the next week. Don't rush it. I don't want any more problems with it and just keep it with you. Don't upload it on the portal. She nodded. His words didn't suited the personality he made for himself in her mind. Did he said it out of care? Or maybe it's just her trying to connect some dots to form more useless things in her mind. They reached home as Y or N was walking towards her room until she heard him say, Jungkook, you had your dinner? Did he really asked it? What is wrong with him? Y or N was also shocked as she tilted her face a little. Y or N, no. Jungkook, I have ordered some food. It will be here soon. Have some before you go to bed. Why is he doing it? The time skips. The food arrived as she came out of her room changing into something comfy as he found him standing next to the door receiving the order. It looked like he just had a bath. His hairs were wet as he hung a small towel around his neck. He was wearing a pair of trousers with a black tee on top. He turned around Carrying the packets in his hands, he slowly closed the door behind and put the packages on the dining table. Jungkook, this was all available at this hour. Oh, it's fine. Thank you for the food.